It's not you who's investigating history, you're just programmed. So there's no free will in atheism, where there is in Christianity. Everybody is morally has free choice, and so therefore, when we're investigating history, we're investigating people who can make free choices, and we can make free choices. So it makes sense to study history. Second sense to study history, if you're investigating history from an atheist perspective, how can you say in history this person is morally wrong, this person is morally right, and I'm morally right in saying that this is wrong? You can't explain morality from an atheist perspective. Um, the is or problem from nature. How do you get an is, an ought from an is? Whereas the Christian perspective is a transcendental argument on morality, that morality is rooted not in nature but in the image of God. And because we're rooted in the image of God, we are important and significant. So morality is more of a transcendental argument and makes more sense when we're looking at history. We can say people are valuable and significant, and we can say what is right and what is wrong based on the image of God, that people are made in the image of God. Whereas you can't say that, because you're saying that people came from nature, and nature doesn't tell you what is right or wrong. Um, Dr. Monod, Nobel Prize winner in 1960s, talks about this issue of the is or problem. Okay. It's also the worldview, your worldview on history as a meta-narrative. There is no meta-narrative of understanding history from an atheist perspective. But all the little facts of history need to be interpreted, and you need a grand narrative to understand those facts. The Christianity has a grand narrative that God has a plan for history, whereas you don't have a meta-narrative for understanding history. So when you're looking at facts, why bother? Because history doesn't have any meaning, it doesn't have any purpose. Uh, on the area of logic, you need to be able to say this is correct or not correct from a logical point of view. As an atheist, you can account for logic. Um, is logic material or immaterial? Is it universal or not? If you say it's material and it's not universal, that we've invented logic, then that's what most atheists say. You can't really account for logic. If we say from a Christian perspective that the logic of the law of non-contradiction, that it is immaterial and universal, it gives us a reason why we can understand historical events and say that this is wrong, this is right from a logical basis. So basically, your worldview fails in the area of morals. It fails in the area of um, meta-narrative in history. It fails in logic, um, and other reasons as well that I've mentioned. And also, we have to appreciate that we do bring bias to the table, and the atheists have a political agenda. For example, how they persecuted Anthony Flew, who incidentally said that the Christian miracles are the best type of miracles that we could investigate. When he said that, when he was an atheist, but when he became a deist, the atheist community on the World Wide Web completely assassinated and attacked um, the character of Anthony Flew, thereby showing a complete utter prejudice and bias. So you're going to bring that prejudice and bias when you're looking at history, when you're looking at Jesus studies. Now, um, now the thing that I want to say is that we all have to be critical of our biases. You've shown no understanding, Dan, of how your bias might influence your understanding of history. You've not even done the historical research, but at the same time, you've not shown any understanding of your biases. You've not given us a framework of how you're trying to look at history in an objective way. Whereas I quoted Lacona's criteria of understanding history, which he got from secular historians. Um, so I'm critically aware of my prejudice. I've studied postmodern exegesis. I've studied Derrida. I've studied Foucault. I studied feminist historiography. I studied gay theory, gay historiography, black historiography, post-colonial historiography, and I'm critically aware of my bias as an evangelical Christian, and that's why in my resources at my beginning of my video I have introduced you to a wide source material that is not biased to my particular position. I have given you a wide variety of scholarship, and you've not shown any critical awareness in your studies. So I've got tons of stuff that I could go on and give you. I've done loads of research on this. I could go on for hours. I've done videos on this if you want to check them out. I'm having a break for a few weeks. I'll be interviewing scholars on this topic in the next few months. We'll be having shows. I'll be interviewing scholars on this on a Saturday morning. I'll also be writing my academic article for ARNRA in a few weeks' time, maybe 3 or 4 weeks' time, but I'm just having a couple of weeks' break. I'm also going to be doing a lot of writing of articles, and I'll be doing more lectures and videos going into detail for Dan why he's wrong from my research. Okay, thank you. Please let me know what you think. Give me your ideas and thoughts. I'd love to hear. Take care now and have a good summer. God bless.